Hello, anyone and everyone. I am Echo, and today we are exploring Aviary Attorney. In the last episode, we have been recruited, I suppose you could say, by the police force of Paris in order to try and track down a rebel group who are attempting to overthrow the government and are slowly but surely gaining power throughout the entire city. Ooh. We stopped on over by the this place, the tavern. We got some clues, and now we're heading over to Notre Dame to follow through on those clues. So let's get going right there. So, Falcon and Sparrowson step into the grand atrium of Notre Dame Cathedral. Scaffolding lines much of the crumbling outer wall. Unperturbed, a handful of devotees are silently kneeled in thought. Here for a little prayer, are we, Falcon? I had no idea you were the religious type. Don't be silly. I'm following up on Fontaine's lead. We must find our mystery friar. Do you think it's that hunched-over fellow over there? I bet it's him. He looks super suspicious. It could be. Let's show some tact. Excuse me, Monsieur Friar! Do you know what tact is, Sparrowson? Welcome, my brothers, welcome. All are welcome under the roof of the house of God. Friar Remus? Are you here to confess your sins, or perhaps you wish to join in our services? Actually, Friar, we're here because... Falcon! That friar, he looks eerily familiar. Yeah, he does look familiar. Wolfie, now that you mention it, he does look a little like the guy who delivers our post, doesn't he? What? No, that's not what I meant. And how does he look anything like our postman? Am I going mad? Your friend appears to be upset. Don't mind him. He's just in a huff because he thinks you look like this judge we once met. Judge Romulus? I get that all the time. I'm his twin brother, you see. Oh. Oh, good. I'm not going mad. Friar, would you say that you had a good relationship with Romulus? We were close, but as you may have heard, he got in trouble with the law recently. I haven't seen him in weeks. I see. I didn't mean to pry. It's no trouble. But tell me, why are you here, my brothers? Oh, right. Well, we have a couple of questions. Could you take a look at this? What's with the scaffolding? That's all. Yeah. Curious about the scaffolding. Sure. What's with that? I mean, it's not really important, but I don't think he'll kick us out just for asking about the scaffolding, right? What's with all the scaffolding? Is some sort of construction work going on? That's right. A little repair, a little renovation. It's no secret that the cathedral has seen better days. The cult of reason did a lot of damage back in the days of the Revolution. But now we're well on our way to restoring this holy place to its former glory. The cult of reason. The religion of Christianity. Hey, Falcon. What's the difference between a religion and a cult? Don't be rude, Sparrowson. Don't worry, my brother. I understand how it is. To a young person, all ideologies look like gobbledygook in different packaging, don't they? Pretty much. Then maybe you'll come to learn the differences as you grow up. I promise, some ideologies are worth following to the very end. But let's not talk any more about cults and ideologies. Did you want anything else? Can you take a look at this? Friar, we have something that we would like to show you. The Book of Judges, right? Yeah. Could you take a look at this? We heard that you could give special passage readings. Ah, I see. You have your own copy of the Book of Judges. I think you will find chapter 15, verse 2 to be particularly enlightening. Let's see, chapter 15, verse 2. This chapter follows the journey of Samson, the heroic judge with divine strength. In this part of the scripture, Samson is confronted by the men who are angered by Samson's notion of justice. Please, could you read the passage? Okay. 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam. They said to Samson, Knowest thou not what the Philistines are rulers over us? Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And Samson said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. A beautiful sentence, wouldn't you agree? It's poetic, or it's barbaric. Yeah, it's only me, so I have done unto them. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, poetic. Sure. It's poetic. A beautiful summation of justice. You understand the passage. That's delightful to hear. Yes, Samson was a great judge. Not a judge of today who sits on a high chair and files endless paperwork, but an old judge, a holy judge, a Sophet. Sophets were to be admired and feared. They made their own judgments and dispensed their own punishments. Ah, I'm starting to ramble, aren't I? Okay, let's get back to the point. The key word of the day is Etam. That's the name of the cave where Samson hid, the Rock of Etam. Etam, got it. I'll make a note. It's like a backwards mate, but I'm confused. What do we do with this key word? That is for you to learn on your own, my brothers. You appear to be intelligent. I am sure that if you put your faith in the right people, you can uncover the truth. We'll see what we can do. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Perhaps you wish to make a confession? That's all. I think we're done here. Thank you for your time, Friar. Go in peace, my brothers. Okay. That's interesting. So, the Rock of Etam. Oh, hey, we got a, what's the... Which one's the, Is it this? That seems weird. Because we can get the extra scenes from clicking on those, and they don't take any time, but I don't seem to be able to click on the God damn it. Exclamation mark. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to click on the exclamation mark itself. Only on the building next to it, so I hope this doesn't mess up. Oh, I can't move the camera at all, can I? No. No, I didn't think so. Okay, alright, let's try it then, I guess. Yes, it's just going to the Canard Joyu. So let's plan for today. Play cards until we're flat out broke? Maybe, let's see. Damn it! Falcon and Sparrowson return to the drinking floor, but nobody appears to be interested in conversation. Yeah. No, we gotta go. Damn it. So how do we go to the... How do we go to the thing? Ugh, God, there was the question... There was the exclamation mark. I couldn't actually... click on it. Alright, whatever. Alright. So anyway, the clues, the Rock of Etam. We can't look at our inventory here, or I would try to read the Book of Judges, look at its description, and see if we could figure out anything extra from that. We've got the Palais de Justice, Bibliothèque, Library, Chocolate Emporium, Carnage Arnhem Associates, Chateau Crinière, Concierge, Office, Halls, Ponte Arts, Salpêtrie, that's the hospital, and the Louvre. Okay, no clue where to go next. So I guess maybe the library? Okay, yeah, library, I guess. Alright. I hit the books, am I right? If you're looking for Croque-Monsieur recipes, I guess that would be in the cooking section. We aren't here for recipes, Sparrowson. This librarian fellow seems pretty intelligent. If there's something we overlooked, he would know. Would you mind lowering your voices? You're disturbing me during my daily crossword. Oh, I should have known. It's the two Harlequins. It's good to see you too, monsieur. We have some questions. Of course you do. Fine, let's get this over with, so I can get back to my puzzle. Uprising, Croque-Monsieur. We don't... Crap, I was hoping to, Can I show him this? No? No? Guess not. That's irrelevant. I guess we'll just ask him about this. I was hoping we could ask him a question about the Rock of Etam, or whatever. Maybe he could clarify some of that. So, I guess we'll just ask about the Croque-Monsieur. Have you ever heard of the Croque-Monsieur? A sandwich? Of course I've heard of it. No, I mean a person with that name. No, that doesn't ring any bells. I'm familiar with the Earl of Sandwich, if that is any help. Wait, can you become an Earl of Food now? I'm in the wrong profession. Never mind, we'll try something else. How about an uprising? What can you tell us about an uprising? An uprising? Would you care to be more specific? Paris uprising. You two cannot be serious. Want me to talk about every rebellion, revolution, revolt that Paris has ever been through? We'd be here all night. What about an uprising that hasn't happened yet? A future uprising? I read the newspapers, messieurs. The government tries to strangle the media, but the truth shines through the gaps of censorship. The citizens' contempt for our current leaders is blatant. A future revolt is a very real possibility. That's all I know. I see. Let's try asking something else. That's all. Alright. Barking up the wrong tree. Bid you good day. Damn. Okay, so what's the Tomb of Etam thing? Sparrowson mentioned that it's mate backwards, but that's kind of irrelevant. We ended up going to Madame Quesnel's and we were trying to click that stupid exclamation mark thing, and nothing happened there. Nothing happened at the library. This place, the Chateau Crenier. That's just Baron Rogel's house, so we can ignore all that. R&M Associates. Louvre, the Halls Market. We actually checked out the little Halls Market. That didn't, Notre Dame. Was fallen to disrepair, Notre Dame Cathedral sins. Oh, yeah, we've already been there, so never mind. I was... Because it didn't have the clock next to it, so my eye was drawn to it, and that's all. Anyway, Chocolate Emporium seems like a waste of time. Both of these seem like a waste of time. So then there's really R&M Associates, and then like the Louvre and this place. I guess R&M Associates. We haven't checked it out while the guy was actually there, so let's try it. Renard. Well, well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguises or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch our guests some tea? Oh, of course, Monsieur Volpez, of course. Messieurs, what sort of tea would you like? Chamomile? Darjeeling, maybe? Darjeeling would be divine. Coffee? No, let's not do that. I've never had chamomile, but I've seen it, and it doesn't smell good and stuff like that. Darjeeling, I guess. Actually, some Darjeeling would be divine. Thank you, Mousy. Sure, Darjeeling sounds good to me, too. Okay, one part of Darjeeling coming up. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Have you heard rumor of an uprising? Have you heard of the Croque-Monsieur? Have you ever heard of a person called the Croque-Monsieur? And no, we aren't talking about the sandwich, unfortunately. The Croque-Monsieur. Are you referring to the black market salesman? The man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me, personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. Then do you have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the Croque-Monsieur face-to-face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody, after all. I know. I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days, and I will tell you where and when you can find the Croque-Monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Volpez. Of course, there is a price. The price? It's just a small fee. A mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved your derriere over that Prince Juan business. Is this any way to show your gratitude? Monsieur Volpez, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of king and country. I'm sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I am running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs, and I guarantee I will find you the Croque-Monsieur. That's my final offer. What do you say? Damn! So is this like... We've got 154. We can afford it pretty easily, but it still seems kind of a cop-out. I mean... Do we have to do this? I can't tell, honestly. I can't tell if this is like something they put in so that if you're absolutely lost, you can still like complete the section by paying him. Or if this is like just completely optional, I mean, actually, those are the same damn thing. I can't tell if they put it in as like an optional thing so that if you're lost, you can pay him and he'll find the Croque-Monsieur for you, or if this is actually necessary. And maybe you can't find the Croque-Monsieur without doing him. And they did make sure to give you 50 francs at the start of the act, so that you'd have enough. So maybe, but forget it for now. 30 francs. Such little work is extortion. I'm not paying that. My price is high because my services are exquisite. I have absolute confidence that I can find the Croque-Monsieur. Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? Crap, they're pressing me about it, man. Now that makes me nervous. Fine, actually. I thought this may be our only opportunity to find the man. Here you go, monsieur. Very good. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the Croque-Monsieur can be found. Rest assured that I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Mr. Volpez. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Have you heard a rumor of an uprising? Sure. Monsieur Volpes, have you heard any rumors of an uprising? Of course, these days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris might find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about the dissenters specifically? Do you know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you can read in the papers, monsieur. I know anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else. That's all. That's all. Have a pleasant day, Monsieur Volpes. As to you, messieurs. The tea's ready, Monsieur Volpes. It's ready. I'm afraid you're too slow, Mousy. Oh, bother. That's unfortunate. You just wasted the poor mouse's time. Making tea for nothing. But alright, so we took care of that. We have 3 weeks in order to do the whole thing. I haven't been keeping track, unfortunately. I think we taken about 6 days so far. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3. 3. We only visited 3 places. Never mind. So only 3 days, I guess, because this one didn't take any time, and this one didn't take any time either. Obviously, we haven't actually been there. It just doesn't have a thing on it. So I guess the Louvre, because I can't imagine anything at the Chocolate Emporium would be useful. Yeah, I can't imagine anything here because, well, maybe if we go to the Palace of Justice, maybe we could find stuff there. Because, like, if Judge Romulus was even, obviously, we've got enough reason to believe that he tried to kill the king in the last, trial. So that means he's probably a member of the revolution, and maybe other people over at the Court of Justice are in a like mind, but I want to check out these places first. I don't know, I have a feeling they're more likely for something to pop up. Well, if it isn't the rude lawyers. You know you owe me, big guy. I owe you? Yup. My fishing line snapped when I dragged you out of the water the other day. I had to buy a new reel. So the way I see it, you owe me 2 francs for the fishing line, and 1 million francs for saving your life. I don't have 1 million and 2 francs. Really, but you look so bourgeois. Alright, I'll tell you what. 2 francs for the line, and we'll call it even. Yeah, that seems fair. Fine, whatever. Fine, here's 2 francs. Consider it a gift of gratitude for saving my life. Much thanks, monsieur. Now, why are you here? Why are we here? Oh, right. We have some questions. How's the fishing? So, caught anything good? Today, not a kipper. This new fishing line is really good, but I've run out of good bait, so it's practically useless by itself. That's quite an issue. So, if we were to offer you some bait, would you be able to lend us some line? I guess. Sparrowson, why would you even ask that? We don't have any use for a fishing line. Just checking the possibilities. You never know when we might need fishing line in the future. Why would we ever need fishing line? Actually, don't answer that. You're ridiculous, Sparrowson. Maybe I can help you with something else. Sure, have you heard of the Croque-Monsieur? Have you heard of a man called the Croque-Monsieur? A man called the Croque-Monsieur? Nope, doesn't ring any bells. That's a strange name, though. Did the man name himself after the sandwich, or was the sandwich named after him? I have absolutely no idea. I can only aspire to have a sandwich named after me one day. The Sparrowson. Thick slices of white bread, mayonnaise, cheese, chicken, bacon, slices of sausage, honey-glazed ham. Stop, you'll give us all heart attacks. That's all. Damn. Yeah, he hates being called a fisherman. Ha ha ha, yeah, okay. Alright, that led nowhere. Let's try the Louvre then. Worth a shot. Excuse me, madam. Do you have a moment to talk about the cult of reason? Peddle your pyramid scheme to someone else, bud. I've got a kid to feed. Madam, it's not a pyramid scheme. Madam, take a leaflet at least. Well, what about you, monsieur? Would you like to learn about the glorious techniques of Jacques Hebert? Huh, a cult, is it? Not today, monsieur. I've already been in my fair share of cults. Hey, that's the guy who does the chocolate emporium, isn't it? Lander Hagelschlatz or whatever his name is. But this cult is different. Member of the Cult of Reason, huh? Strange. I thought that cult died out way back in the old revolution. Hey, Falcon, that person. He looks like a run-of-the-mill cultist. I can see that, but doesn't his face look familiar to you? Very familiar. Again. He does look familiar. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Shall we get his attention? Uh-oh, he spotted us. He ran away. Wait, monsieur, we would like a quick word. Come back. Teach us about the wonders of the Cult of Reason. He's gone. So, I'm not going crazy, right? That guy was the splitting image of Judge Romulus, wasn't he? I can't deny the similarity. Then again, there are plenty of wolves in Paris. Maybe there's no link at all. Either way, we have an investigation to conduct. Let's focus on that. Right, where to first? Alright, well, I guess, again, we'll do the usual when we're in the Louvre. We will investigate every room from left to right. So, Toilets Garden. Hey, Falcon, isn't that our old friend? You! You promised to get my sentence reduced. What happened with that? Why am I still stuck doing mule work? Huh? Well, we've been a little distracted. We had this messy case, and now we're investigating stuff. But I guess we can fit in some time to see the judge. Oh, mon Dieu, forget it. I've only got another week to go, and then I'm done with this dumb job. So what do you want? I haven't found any interesting bits of paper today, if that's what you were hoping for. Actually, we just wanted to ask a couple of questions if you have a moment. I have a moment, just the one, mind. What's the deal with the cultist outside? You know about an uprising. What's the deal with the cultist outside? Did you see that cultist in the place de carousel? Yup, he's been hanging around all week. Today he tried to hand me a leaflet, so I told him where to put it. And where would that be? What? Where'd you tell him to put the leaflet? Oh, I see. Never mind. Mr. Robinho, what do you know about that guy? What's his story? His story? How should I know? He's just a cultist loser. The Louvre attracts those types of crazies all the time. I see. Did you two want something else? You know about an uprising? Sure. Monsieur Robinho, do you know about an uprising? You mean like a rebellion? Yeah, I've heard rumors. There are a lot of uneasy people in Paris. What kind of rumors? Nothing specific, just that there's a group planning to form a huge protest before the end of February. Some say it might go violent. If you were wise, you would probably fly out of the city as soon as possible. So people say. Do you plan on leaving? I couldn't if I wanted to, no thanks to you guys. But in any case, I'm sticking around for the photograph opportunities. Wartime photography. Imagine the possibilities. Sounds profitable? Sounds dangerous? Yeah, sounds a bit dangerous though, buddy. Sounds like a good way to get hit by a stray bullet. I guess, but all that danger just means that it'll pay really well. I thought this plan through. Evidently. Anyway, did you want something else? That's all. That's all. We'll let you get back to your work, monsieur. Alright. Grand Gallery? Let's see. Who to question? Oh dear, it's these guys again. Keep it together, Eric. Maybe they won't recognize you. Excuse me, monsieur. It's us, the Philistines, remember? Were they talking to me? Yep, definitely talking to me. Okay, deep breaths, Eric. Hi! We have a couple of questions if it's no trouble. Oh, it's no trouble at all. Do you know about an uprising? What's the deal with the cultist outside? Yeah, about that cultist. Did you see the cultist outside? The cultist? You mean that cult of reason fellow? Yeah. He accosted me a few days ago. We chatted for a while, not by choice, of course, but because I didn't know how to get out of the conversation. It got a little out of hand. He insisted that I take a pamphlet. Let's have a look at this. Be Your Own God, an introductory guide to the Cult of Reason by Jacques Hebert. And he even added his own signature, see? At the bottom there. To my new bestest buddy, Eric. Happy reading. Best wishes, Sylvius. Green ink, too. What a fiendish color choice. That guy was such a slimeball. We aren't even close to bestest buddies. At least we know the cultist's name, Sylvius. Do you mind if we keep this pamphlet, monsieur? Be my guest. I don't want it. Signed cult guide has been added to your evidence folder. Did you want something else? Do you know about an uprising? Do you know anything about an uprising? An uprising? You know, people getting angry, being violent, overthrowing the government, stuff like that. Goodness, No, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Never mind then. That's all. Thank you for your time. No trouble at all. Salle du Tibre. Back in the old Salle du Tibre. Yeah, I don't see anybody around to interview. Yeah, I can't imagine this room being of any use to us, unless we need any priceless Roman artifacts, of course. Ah, I guess that's all then. We're done with the Louvre. Let's make a move. Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. Which we didn't this time, for sure. I'm 99% sure, yes. Nearly 100. Oh well, anyway, that's unfortunately all the time I have for this episode. If you made it to the end of this, then thank you and congratulations, and please consider leaving a comment. I'd greatly appreciate it. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.